Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here. And over the last, I think it's been several weeks, maybe even over a month ago, was the first time that the link or document or job posting or career, if you will, was shared with me. I think via email. I think I got some direct messages in Twitter. So thank you guys for these tips. I miss stuff. And sometimes, even though I see it, I don't end up just out of the gates, covering it because I'm not sure whether it's real. I'm not sure what exactly it means. And I'm still not sure exactly what this job will entail. I can tell you that it uses alarming language. It's for the United Nations, which is, this globalist outfit that came up after World War II, after the League of Nations had failed, after people that were of more of a global mindset had already set up many of their own private institutions, including the Council on Foreign Relations. So, I just want to read it for you because I think it's kind of scary. The United Nations out of New York here, so it would make sense that that's where this job is, but you see duty station New York, but I don't know if they're actually going to be carrying out these operations. So why am I concerned? Because this is on their website, and it is disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration officer. What exactly does that mean? Well, it's a part of the Department of Peace Operations. Huh. Really bizarre. And even more bizarre that, they're, it's an apply now and they're looking for U.S. citizen. This position is located in the Disarmament, Demobilization, and Reintegration section of the Office of Rule of Law and Security Institutions within the Department of Peacekeeping Operations in New York. New York is classified as a hardship or H duty station and family duty station. The incumbent reports to and is under the overall supervision of the DDR section chief. So all of this seems to be outside of our Constitution and our Bill of Rights. So what the hell is going on here? And when you get deeper into it, it says there's going to be 2 to 3 operations, 2 to 3 missions. But we'll get there. All right? Within delegated authority, the Disarmament, Demobilization, and Reintegration Officer will be responsible for the following duties. Acts as a focal point for disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration components for 2 to 3 missions, responsible for planning, support to implementation, and evaluation. All of this stuff sounds like a military operation. Am I wrong? Can somebody point me in another direction? And I'm not one to state that, they're grabbing everybody's guns or a false flag is coming because of this. But I can tell you right now, and through the next few weeks, they are taking applications for this. Right here. Take a look. Through the 8th of February. Participants in DPO and Integrated Task Force planning meetings for the establishment of a new peacekeeping mission with a potential DDR component. And the DDR means that disarmament, demobilization, reintegration. So we also know that this is going to be some kind of a new peacekeeping mission. Provides technical assistance to peace negotiations. That could be a broad range of things. Participates in technical assessment missions. Advises, develops, and reviews as appropriate initial disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration functional strategy and concept of operations for further development into a full program by the DDR component and the National DDR Commission. In other words, this also looks very much like a beta test. By the way, guys, if you're watching this, thumbs this up, sub, and share. It says there's 19 people watching right now on my end. I have no idea. YouTube has been so wacky lately. It's hard for me to believe that in the middle of the day, with almost 40,000 subscribers, I've got 13 people, or now it says 0 people watching me. But these are the things I'm going through here, guys. And that's why I've diversified to places like Rockfin as well. And we'll talk about that at the end of the video. So we know that there's going to be 2 to 3 missions. We know that they're looking for people in New York. We know that it's a disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration officer position. We know that it's a peacekeeping mission. And we know now that this is going to try to be implemented nationally. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried. I think that this needs to be looked at because it's not fake. You can apply now, apply today. All right? So let's keep going. Drafts and reviews DDR inputs to SG report. I'm not sure what SG. Code cables and talking points. So there's the PR aspect of it. Talking points. Develops initial result-based framework and budget for new DDR components in new mission. Liaises with the UNDP and donor community to raise voluntary contributions for DDR programs. So in other words, gets those billionaire backers on the backside to make sure that this remains to be funded, because again, this is a UN operation. This isn't the United States government. It's crazy. Develops initial result-based framework and budget for new DDR components in new mission. Oh, we already did that one. I'm sorry. Presents and or defends new and subsequent DDR budgetary requirements in the ABQ, don't know that acronym, and the 5th Committee of the General Assembly. Develops staffing structure and terms of reference for a DDR component, including terms of integration with other UN agencies, funds, and programs. More globalism. Provides technical clearance for applicants to DDR units in new and ongoing missions. Provides headquarters support in planning and civilian and military logistics support for DDR. Continually reviews DDR program strategy and implementation through relevant documents, reports, and code cables. Conducts field missions to assess the implementation of established DDR programs. I mean, we're going to get into the competencies in a minute because that gets down there. But I think it's kind of important that we just go over the whole thing, guys. That we just stream this whole thing, because it's kind of unbelievable to me that this is out there. They're currently taking applicants, and I'm not trying to raise an alarm bell that they're coming to take your guns. But when it's called the disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration, what else are they doing? What exactly is this? Are they only going to take some of the guns? I mean, they already have the PR talking points, right? So here we go more. Identifies potential problems and issues to be addressed and suggests remedies to the DDR units in the field. Liaises with member states, UN actors, and other DDR interested partners to represent the mission's DDR component at the headquarters level. So this kind of tells you the integration of the United Nations right in your face, right? UN actors, so people that are part of NATO, right? Then you have the member states, the ones participating, right? And then you also have interested partners, which could be anybody, which are private donors, which are those shadow networks that we talk about that back this kind of stuff. And when I say shadow networks, I mean they're members of some of these think tanks, right? Whether it be the Project for a New American Century or the Council on Foreign Relations or the Trilateral Commission or the Bilderberg Group. Supports the doctrine development work in the area of DDR in the department with the Interagency Working Group. Okay, so again, more departments within the UN. On DDR and other relevant national and international actors working on DDR issues. Contributes to department-level policy, committee-level policy development work on DDR and related issues. Maintains, further develops, and integrated DDR standards. A set of interagency policies, guidelines, and procedures on DDR. Yeah, there'll be guidelines and procedures when they're coming to disarm people in groups. Just crazy. On behalf of the chief of the DDR section, co-chairs the IAWG on DDR, okay, contributes to bringing coherence to the interaction of the UN system and its partners on DDR, supervises the associate expert, junior professional officer, in the development and maintenance of the web-based United Nations DDR Resource Center. Liaises with other UN regional organizations and member states, providing DDR other duties as required. So here's the competencies and then the education right here. And guys, they're looking for military people, just so everybody understands. They're looking, they're looking for people that don't mind being minions of the Predator class and doing as they're told. Because the competencies are professionalism, knowledge and understanding of theories, concepts, and approaches relevant to disarming people. I mean, come on, disarming people and reintegrating them into society? Oh boy, and related issues, ability to identify issues, as well as to analyze and participate in the resolution of issues and problems. Ability to conduct data collection using various methods. Oh, data collection. Not too hard in the Track Trace Database Society. After all, they're going to have to find out who they're going to have to disarm. I mean, come on. This is crazy. Excellent drafting and analytical skills. Conceptual, analytical, and evaluative skills to conduct independent research and analysis, including familiarity with and experience in the use of various research sources, including electronic sources on the internet, intranet, and other databases. Oh, the intranet. The intranet. Oh, don't worry, there'll be other databases. We'll give you access to some offline databases that we might have. Some analytics that maybe you're not familiar with. That's fine. Ability to apply judgment in the context of assignments given. Plan, own work, and manage conflicting priorities. Shows pride in work and in achievements. I mean, when you're helping to stop a giant boot on the face of America, you better be proud. Show pride in your work. Yeah. Remember, back to professionalism. Demonstrates professional competence and mastery of subject matter. A master craftsman, if you will. Is conscientious and efficient in meeting commitments, observing deadlines, and achieving results. Is motivated by professional rather than personal concerns. Listen, if you're personally concerned, if you have a moral compass and you don't think it's good to disarm the Joneses, don't fucking come in here with that bullshit. You better be able to lie, cheat, and steal for us. I hope you're motivated by professional rather than personal concerns. Shows persistence when faced with difficult problems or challenges. Remains calm in stressful situations. After all, when you're taking people's guns, they might get upset. Provides leadership and takes responsibility for incorporating gender perspectives and ensuring the equal participation of women and men in all work areas. Boy, they got to keep it PC while they do it, huh? I guess it is in New York, right? Oh, boy. Let's see. Areas of work. Planning and organizing develops clear goals, okay, that are consistent with agreed strategies. Listen, we agreed that we were storming the castle and taking everything. Casualties happen. Hey, no big deal. So you better be consistent with our agreed strategies. Identifies priority activities and assignments, adjusts priorities as required, allocates appropriate amount of time and resources for completing work, foresees risks, and allows for contingencies when planning. Monitors and adjusts plans and actions as necessary, uses time efficiently. And the reason we're doing this whole thing, folks, is because we have the documents. These are the globalist papers that they are putting in your face. Through February 8th, you can apply for this boot-stomping, un-American, unpatriot-like position. Globalist minion class. Communication. Speaks and writes clearly and effectively, listens to others, correctly interprets his messages from others, and responds appropriately. Asks questions to clarify and exhibits interest in having two-way communication. Tailors language, tone, style, and format to match the audience. Maybe I should apply to this, huh? demonstrates openness in sharing information and keeping people informed. Education. So here we are. Who are we looking for? Who do we want for these positions? And let's read it together again. Let's go back to the top. What is this? Disarmament, Demobilization, and Reintegration Officer. United Nations style. Bootlicker Supreme. I mean, they're licking boots, but at least it's not the ones against their face. You know, they're like, you know, getting coffee for the Hollywood type producer. That's like their position. They're like a PA on the set. They get to wear a nice suit and make decent money though. And, you know, stomp boots on the regular people. Work experience, 7 years of relevant experience in disarmament affairs. Raiding and taking guns, 7 years. Political analysis or in national military or paramilitary service. Hey, if you're a fucking merc, we might want to use you. You got a little academy or XC services, aka Blackwater, under your belt? Come on in. Come on in. Preferably related to the design, implementation, or review of DDR. And it's not DDR RAM for those that are just joining us, okay? Yeah. Disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration. A minimum of 2 years of experience in planning, developing, implementing, and evaluating DDR program is required. Experience working in a large, multicultural, multidimensional environment is desirable. Experience coordinating with multiple partner agencies, because again, you need plausible deniability, and you need people. Okay, so when something does go wrong, they can all blame each other, right? And confuse the issue. Give me a break. Multiple partner agencies, funds, or programs is desirable. Experience working in a field operation in an international organization, non-governmental organization, because that's what the UN is, or within the United Nations Common System, inclusive of peacekeeping, political missions, and UN agencies, funds, and programs, is desirable. Experience working on DDR-related programs in Africa is desirable. So that gives you a good idea that some of these actual missions that they're talking about could be part of AFRICOM. Okay? Just because the home base is in New York doesn't mean this is going to be taking place in the United States. Because again, we have 2 to 3 missions. But here we go. Languages. English and French are the working languages of the United Nations. For this post advertised, fluency in English is required. Knowledge of French is desirable. Assessment. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but shit's going down outside. Evaluation of qualified candidates may include an assessment exercise, which may be followed by competency-based interview. Core values and competencies will be assessed throughout the evaluation process. All right, and then we're not going to read this nonsense here because that's all just paperwork they put at everything. But there it is. I mean, you can go in there right now. You want to be a disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration officer for the United Nations on missions that are coming up. Hey, check it out. There it is. So guys, with that being said, I want to let everybody know that I'm at this place called Rokfin, Rokfin. And I've got 124 followers so far, I think 2 subscribers. But now you can subscribe there, let them know you subscribe because of me, and you'll get exclusive content that I don't think that I can do here on YouTube. I'm giving away, obviously, the stuff that I've done on YouTube. I'm uploading some of that. But like this is the body language video, the breakdown of the Ariel Helwani McGregor video. You know, I probably couldn't get away with this on YouTube because I use so much of what ESPN and the UFC own, even though it's clearly cherry-picked, and it's clearly fair use. So today at 8 p.m. on this platform exclusively, I will be streaming the UFC press conference with my commentary live. Something, again, I probably couldn't get away with on YouTube. And we're doing it 5 times a week. So if you want 5 extra videos, Monday through Friday, go check me out over at Rokfin. I'm a documentary filmmaker. I give away all my documentaries for free. They're in the playlist section right here. Right here. And if you want to learn about globalism, I knew this was going to be a long video because I read the entire thing. But if you want to know about the United Nations, the League of Nations, the Council on Foreign Relations, the Trilateral Commission, all of these organizations that promote globalism, please watch Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined. I was going to play a section. I don't feel like we had the time on this one. I'm doing a little walk and talk with the dog coming up. But Shade the Motion Picture also has some globalism in it. And if you want to learn about 9/11, Loose Change, Final Cut, and Fabled Enemies are right there. Oh, I forgot. I was posting Fabled Enemies for somebody. Doing it 3 to 7 times a day. Thumbs this video up. Join the Burmese Brigade. I'm trying to grow, but boy, man, I feel like the boot is down. I feel like I'm getting less and less suggested videos. Every single one still going up for review. I need you guys to share these in emails, on blogs. I am on Reddit, and we do have a Reddit AMA time, by the way. So I'm doing an Ask Me Anything on Reddit in the conspiracy section at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Are you ready? 1 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday before the fights. And we're going to break down the whole McGregor situation. We're going to hopefully do the best Reddit AMA ever. We're going to do it. We're going to stream it live on YouTube, but then I'm also going to be recording little bits and pieces of it, then uploading that to Dropbox and making those links available for those watching or asking questions on Reddit. So 1 p.m. And then, guys, I'm behind on my GoFundMe. I'm begging you. Here's the begging, okay? $5, $10, $15, it means the world to me. Patty Weimers, you've been such a great supporter. There are so many of you that have been great supporters. And my detractors, my haters, they hate the fact that I have this. He begs for money. He's a Conor hater. He's a Khabib fan. Everybody knows that I don't really fanboy out to any MMA fighter other than saying I enjoy watching them fight or I give them credit where credit is due. That's not what this is about. I've got people making fake accounts called Jason's Not a Man trolling me. I got people on my Facebook grabbing pictures of girlfriends I had like 5 to 7 years ago that were brief girlfriends. And like, they left you. She didn't leave me. That was over a long, long time ago. And I stopped posting personal pictures and things of that nature for not only for that very reason, but because I'm not into like selfie social media bullshit. Every once in a while I'll post something, but it's scary. I mean, anonymous psychopaths are posting pictures of me and my sister with my niece when she's an infant. Very bizarre. So need your support, guys. Again, live on Rockfin, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we are going to be simulcasting the UFC press conference with my open commentary. Only there, only for premium members. So it should be pretty exciting. Really looking forward to putting stuff on that platform I can't hear. And I just want to say I love you guys. I'll see you on the Walk and Talk with Karma. And you guys have a great day.